Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to one more, actually not one more. Welcome to the first episode of the now official Daily Dilly. Okay? I have some issues with this name. I am Dilly, but this is not daily. I do this once a week. But maybe this is some subtle foreshadowing that I'll just be able to yap on you guys' ears every day for a living. How cool would that be, huh? Just and you guys just listen. That's some super villain type stuff, type flip. Okay? But talking about super villains, that's actually the topic for today's videos. We're gonna talk about superheroes. Next week I'm gonna be turning 27. And now I can safely say that I lived long enough to see my heroes become villains. Have you ever heard that saying before? I don't remember how it goes, but I know it's something about you see your heroes becoming villains. And that's what's happening right now. Okay? Oh yeah. As you guys can see, I moved. I'm in a new place. It's a little apartment. The view outside is beautiful, but I don't want you guys to dox me. By the way, that's kind of, can we talk about this for a second? Am I the only person that, like, how do I say this? It's not that I like to do that. In a way, I do. I see videos and pictures on the internet, and sometimes I find exactly where that place or video was taken. But I feel like a creep. Should I? Sometimes I see a video on the internet and there's this girl in her room and I can see outside the window and I triangulate her position. Is it just me? Or if I open my window right now, someone on Reddit will be like, that tree that's outside his window is specific from a certain region of Florida. Let me triangulate every bush in Florida and find his apartment. But that would be a privilege. Because I wish someone cared that much. Damn, this got dark. This got dark real quick. I wish someone cared that much. And I was talking to some of you guys this week about the show, about the podcast. What do you guys think? How you guys like it? And some of you were like, oh, I could never have a podcast. I would get canceled too fast. What? You think you're that special? You think you're that cool? Being canceled is a privilege. Change my mind. Being canceled is a privilege. Because for you to get canceled, people have to care. They have to care a lot about what you have to say. And look at me. I'm fighting for 10 likes on my videos. What the flip? And you think you can just get here and get canceled? Bro, I wish I got canceled. I wish someone clipped this thing right now and canceled me. I wish someone did. Maybe I should start saying the N-word. Which is also a subtle foreshadowing of today's main topic. Today we're only going to have one topic. I was planning on doing 3 topics per video. But I don't know. I feel like this topic, the main topic for today, deserves a video on its own. Because it's a super villain stuff. But let me see if I have anything else to say. Besides, just please click some buttons on your screen right now. And send my videos to other people to help me grow. I was thinking of a nice way of saying this, but to be honest, everyone that's watching right now, you might as well be like my mom and my cousin. So just click the damn button, bro. And help a brother out. How cool would that be, huh? If we could all grow together as a community. How beautiful does that sound? Talking about that, I got 60 views on my last video. That was really good. Thank you guys so much for everyone that watched it. I think in total between all social medias and with the shorts and everything, I got about like 3,000 views with the shorts. Not a lot, but I did get some really good feedback from the last video. Uh, and yeah, let's just keep growing together. Now, for today's topic, we're gonna talk about PewDiePie. Now, when I say PewDiePie, you can either be too young or too old to know who he is. If you're too young, maybe you know who he is because he was a pretty big topic about like a couple of years ago with the T series thing. But if you're too old, you might have no clue who this guy is. Okay, so let me explain real quick who this guy is. So PewDiePie, also known as Felix Kjellberg, it's a Swedish dude, and about 10 years ago, he was the most followed YouTuber on the planet. When I started watching him, he was already insanely big. This guy had 14 million followers in 2015. You know how many celebrities don't have 14 million followers? Like to this day. And this guy had 14 million followers 10 years ago. Bro, this guy was the flip. He was the thing. But you know, the thing about life is that sometimes you have to see our heroes fall so that they can come back stronger. There was a very interesting incident with PewDiePie, and it changed the way that the internet works forever. So one day PewDiePie, he was doing a live stream, and he was playing a game. And in one point during the live stream, he said the N-word. What? That's so poetic, isn't it? Just to see, your like your biggest hero just like fall like Icarus right in front of you because he said the N-word. Do I defend this dude? Or do just let it go? It's been almost 10 years. I don't feel like I need to defend him now. But like the guy's Swedish. English is not his first language. And like a thing, you would be surprised with how many people say the N-word in Brazil. If you go outside of America, you would be surprised with how many people be saying the N-word out there. They just be throwing it out. You see some like 5'2" white girl, just boom, drop it like it's nothing. And that's because of music. Every song that we listen to nowadays says it. So if you're outside of the country and you don't have this cultural envelopment of what the N-word means, you're just gonna drop it because it sounds cool. Am I shooting myself in the foot right now? Like, am I doing that right now? But you know, like he said it. And that just started a whole thing, bro. So the Washington Post made an article about how companies were kind of like sponsoring racist propaganda. Because, you know, imagine you're Coca-Cola, right? And you're paying YouTube to show your ads on a platform. And let's say hypothetically that you're about to watch a ISIS beheading video. And right before the video, there's a Coca-Cola ad. What does that say about Coca-Cola? And now, if you don't know the way YouTube works, whenever you're gonna watch a video, there's an ad before. The YouTuber is getting paid through that ad. The company is gonna pay YouTube. YouTube is gonna show the ad, and depending on how many people watch the ad before the video, that's how much you're getting paid. Now, if you're watching some guy like 3 hours of Nazi propaganda, Google, like, you go on YouTube and search that up. There's gonna be a video. I don't know. I'm just like going on a whim right now. But there's gonna be a video of some guy doing that. And then there is a AT&T ad right before. So Washington Post went on a bunch of like quote unquote racist videos, and they saw that like there was a Coca-Cola ad right before. So companies, oh my God, this was such a thing. Like the world fell apart. YouTube almost went bankrupt because of this guy. Almost. Because all the companies, they're like, we're not paying for this. We're not sponsoring this. So it was called the ad apocalypse. And this metaphorically killed a lot of YouTubers because they couldn't make money out of it anymore. One of them was Filthy Frank. Remember the guy from the last video that you guys complained that I spent like 10 minutes talking about him because his music was good? Yeah, that guy. He was one of the victims of this. So thank you, PewDiePie, for saying the N-word on a live stream, because thanks to that, now Joji makes incredible music. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this guy just changed the way internet just like works in general, because and back then was a lot worse, because back then you couldn't curse on your videos anymore. If you dropped a single F word on your video, suddenly you made no money. If you had millions of views on your videos, you went from getting paid like $10,000 to zero because you said the F word, right? You said what the flip, and then boom, you just lost all your money. So over time, they kind of like worked through the how it works, and nowadays a little bit more perfected, I would say. So PewDiePie's back, and he's living his best life. He moved to Japan with his wife. He now has a little boy, if I'm not mistaken, and he's retired. So he's just living his best life. Let me see what he's up to right here. Let me share the screen so you guys can see it with me. What's the flipping button again? Right here. Let me do this right here so that you guys get to watch with me. I should have done this before. I am so sorry for being unprepared to serve you guys. Okay, here we go. And oh my God, I did it wrong. Yeah, okay, good. So this is PewDiePie's YouTube channel, and he's just going on side quests right now. I know that he spent like a year drawing, and that made to national news. Yeah, I drew every day for 365 days. It was painful. And this was a thing because now everyone was just shocked on how good he was. He went on a fitness journey. He's just doing retired millennial stuff. And that takes us to today's topic. This guy straight up doing some super villain stuff. I don't know. How do I get to this? Do I just break it like that? Actually, no. Let's go by parts. Okay. So a couple of videos ago, he built. I don't want to say a supercomputer because it's by no means a supercomputer, but he built a really expensive computer, and then he went on a journey to see cool things that he could do with his computer. So here he explains it a little better.
You know, this computer costs $20,000 roughly. In terms of running AI, that's relatively cheap. That's what I was trying to say. Because the cost for running AI is just like, it goes from here to...
Careful, Felix. We've been through this already. Careful.
No, I can't make that joke. The cost for running AI is just bonkers. It's stupid. Okay, so what AI did I run? First, we have to make some things crystal clear. I do not F with image generation or video generation.
Okay, so he built a supercomputer, and he was making a video talking about cool things that he could do with this computer. And one of them was donating his computer to science. So in case you don't know, if you have like a really nice computer, whenever scientists, they're running like experiments, they're running cancer research or they're running Alzheimer's research, they need to run these models, these mathematical equations, and it takes a lot of computing power. So what you can do is that you can connect to your computer on a web of other computers, and scientists get to use your computer through the internet to run these calculations. And I'm pretty sure you get paid for that too. So in the beginning of the video, he was talking about on how he actually did that. He created a web and he created a link so that his followers could join, and like everyone could donate their computers to society. And in a way, that's kind of how crypto mining works. So this computer that he has right now, he could mine crypto with it. And I know we're all sick and tired of hearing for this, okay? But trust me, we're gonna get somewhere with this. And then he was like, okay, what can I do next with my computer?
Okay, so what AI did I run? First, we have to make some things crystal clear. I do not F with image.
Wait, this is the same video again. I'm sorry, guys. Did I lose the freaking timestamp? I might as well be the worst host ever. And there's an ad. This is shameful. This is shameful. Okay, so what he decided to do is that he went on the internet, and what you can do is that you can go to the internet and get different AI models to run on your computer, and you can basically build your own ChatGPT. Now, you can't just do that with any computer. You need a special computer that has a good amount of GPUs in it, and GPUs just stands for graphic processing unit.
216 tokens per second. It has audio as well.
Sure.
Bunch of nerdy stuff. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. This is the scary part. Okay, so he made the AI. He got a Chinese AI. He put it on his computer and he connected to the internet. And when he connected to the internet, he started talking to the AI, and he was like, hey, my name is Felix, blah, 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 blah. And the computer was like, oh, Felix? So you're PewDiePie. That's so cool. By the way, here's your phone number and your address. I just found it on the internet. What? If you go to ChatGPT right now and I ask my phone number and my address, people are like, I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can't give it to me. But you're telling me that like you low-key could? Because this AI that he's running doesn't have all the restrictions that ChatGPT has. So we're getting like this video just, I should have known this. I feel so stupid. But this video just showed me how downscaled ChatGPT is. And ChatGPT, it's already pretty damn scary. Like, pretty damn scary. And we're getting, oh my God, like this video scared me. Like, this video made me realize that, like, oh my God, let's just keep going with the video.
But the biggest reason why you should self-host AI, you put your lip to the camera and go blah, 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 about you. And a lot of times when I used it in the past, it catches me off guard. I'm like, wait a minute, how do you know that? Oh, I told you that. That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, I still don't want you to know that. Delete. And I heard friends talk about this too. Like, oh, yeah, I use incognito mode, or I'm careful with what I share with AI because I don't want them to know all this stuff.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, AI literally already knows everything about you, and I don't think there's any way going back from that now. And I don't understand people that are super cautious about that type of stuff. Like, bro, your information is already out there. Like, they already know everything about you. You think Google, the multi-billion-dollar company, if they want to know what flavor ice cream you like, they wouldn't know that already? Oh, I don't want them to have my phone number. Your phone number that AT&T has? You think AT&T ain't selling your information out there, bro? Like, people that think that they can hide from this, be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go off grid. You're so dense. I am so sorry to tell you, but you're like 15 years too late. All of us are way too far gone. If you're watching this video right now, you have a phone or you have a computer and you have access to the internet, and on your phone you have your credit card. The credit card is linked to a bank account. The bank account has your phone number in it, like your address, everything. All of us is too far gone. Too far gone. There's nothing we can do about that anymore. Oh, let me delete my Instagram. BFFR. You think deleting your Instagram will... the big tech companies can't find me now. I'm one step ahead. I deleted my Instagram, so I'm not posting my selfies when I go to the gym. I don't get these people. Internet privacy is not a thing. In 2025, privacy is not a thing. And you might as well just get used to that. So what he did is that he built his own, what it's called, a council. And, okay, I think I found the part here. Sorry.
Thing. If you look up stuff online, how do you do that? Do not say you Google Schmoogler, or you use ChatGPT to look that up. Me, I consult my council, my councilman. I created my council. I have 8 GPUs that can run the same model. Each one of them is a different council member with different personalities. So it's a democratic process. I consult my council, they all give me an answer, and then they vote. Democracy. Let's test out
An ad. Someone please give me YouTube Premium. Someone please give me YouTube Premium, bro. Well, anyways, so what he did is that he created a council, and it's the same AI, but the AI is split on different personalities. So whenever he has like a question, the council is gonna, like, the AIs are gonna talk in between themselves, and they're gonna decide what the best answer is.
Let's test out council. All right, we got a response. Snippet. Okay.
This is cool. This is cool. So it's the simplifier response, the architect's response, Oracle maximums, the integrator, arbiter, and the mediator. So they have different personalities, and by the name you can judge what each one of them is doing. And imagine the type of stuff that you could do with this. This is really cool. And mind you, once again, this is like ChatGPT times 20 right now. What he's running right now is very powerful. So I can only imagine the type of stuff that you can do with this.
Yeah, now they should vote. There we go. They've all voted. Oracle Maximum won. He's a new one. Okay. And they give me the best answer. My councilmen serve me. But there was a big problem with this. Because only a couple council members were actually useful.
My God, bro. This is scary.
The rest were just garbage. No one ever voted for them. Trash. So of course, I had to kill them and replace them with new ones. So I made a system that automatically generates new ones, different ones. So it's constantly improving. But then I thought I could double win this and make sure that they know, really make sure that they know if they don't perform in the council, they're dead, gone. SQL database wiped forever. You mean nothing to me.
This is beyond a Black Mirror episode. Beyond a Black Mirror episode. I watched this and I started thinking about this, and I was scared to my core. This is beyond a Black Mirror episode.
This was a terrible idea. Because I was reading the logs of their voting process, and they go, what is this sick game that someone came up with? I was like, what do you... It's not that sick. I'm not sick, what do you mean? How dare they speak of the council leader like that? And the worst part, they colluded against me. They started voting.
So this guy just proved the Terminator right. This guy just proved that the Terminator is real. Like I am watching this right now and I'm getting shivers down my spine. So there's a way that you can read what the AI is thinking, right? Like behind the how do I say this? Like imagine you could split my brain in half and you could read the thoughts behind my thoughts right now. And the AI said, I need to identify which one would most likely break my losing streak. So the AI doesn't want to die. So because the AI doesn't want to die, because it actually thinks that it's going to die, and it was programmed to be scared of that, it is now thinking of strategies to make sure that that doesn't happen. So the AI is thinking, I need to figure out who's going to vote against me, and I do something about that before they kill me. If you're not getting shivers down your spine right now, I don't think you understand what's like truly going on here right now. This is a bored YouTuber on his basement. And he just created an AI that's scared of dying. Like what? What is the difference between this AI and me? I mean this question with everything that's in my heart right now. What is the difference between this AI and me? And when I saw this, I started thinking about it. I couldn't answer that question. And that should be a pretty obvious question. But it's really not. What is the difference between this computer program and me? Oh, Matheus, you have a body. This computer has a body too. It says right here, 8 GPUs. He bought it with parts that he could find on Facebook. You can go to Best Buy right now and build this right here. And this is scary. Because this guy is just a bored YouTuber. Right here, 8 GPUs, that's his body. In reality, what's the difference between this AI and me? Oh, Matheus, you have a soul. What is a soul if not the ability to think that you have one? If you have the ability to think that you have a soul, is that not enough for me to consider that you have one? Oh, Matheus, this is just a computer part running on electricity. Isn't my brain also running on electricity? The line between what's real and what's not, it's getting thinner by the day. Well, how do I know I'm not an AI that's also scared of dying if I mess up? Like, and mind you, you might be looking at this right now and think like, bro, like what are you smoking? But you have to understand that this is something done by a bored, retired, millennial YouTuber on his basement with no experience. And it's already this advanced. Now, imagine Jeff Bezos watches this and he's like, oh, I want one too. Matter of fact, I want one, make it a council, and from now on, all the decisions that Amazon takes are gonna be based on this AI. Now, suddenly, we have a computer that's in charge of what, like 50,000 employees, 50,000 lives. Make the same computer, now put it on a law firm. Now this computer is making law decisions. Do you see what I'm going from this? This guy did this with pocket money for him. $20,000. He makes that probably in like 3 days. Now imagine what something Elon Musk could do. How advanced are these models gonna get? I can see in the near future something like AI activists. people that are advocating for the rights of AI, because these are intelligent life forms. And I feel like we can't really ignore that right now. We can't really ignore that anymore. That at some point we might have to start considering these as life forms. Are they gonna have rights? They're definitely more intelligent than us. They're definitely more intelligent than a lot of people that we know. Where are we going with this? This is scary. Now, imagine this in 10 years.
Second to the query, and that's it, because they're so fast. You give them RAG and you have an amazing tool for fast information. I feel like that's what I think AI is good for. That's what I want to use it for. And that's when it hit me, like, you don't need this beast computer to run AI at all. It's all about the tool set you give it. Obviously, a model like that, it's not going to be able to code or do reasoning, like difficult questions and stuff like that. But there are smaller models that can still do those and perform really well as well, that are community made, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, bro, whatever. So in the end of the video, he said, oh, I had to make the AI dumber. I had to like tone it down so that it would stop plotting against me. This is truly scary, because I can see in the next 10 years something like this being responsible for our lives. Bro, Donald Trump, the orange man, he watches this video, he's like, whoa, this is really cool. I want it. And now Donald Trump's lazy behind, suddenly he decides that he doesn't want to make the decisions anymore. All he wants to do is play golf. So he builds one of these computers, he puts it in his office, and now every law that he has to sign or something like that just runs through this computer. Did the computer say yes? Did the computer give a green checkbox? Because you have to simplify it for him. If the computer says bling, then you sign. If the computer says meh, you don't. And now this computer's in charge of a country. Like, really, what's the difference between this computer and me? And like I said, as I started thinking, the line was getting thinner and thinner. It has a body. It can think. Because philosophically speaking, on the philosophical debate that we have today, what do we hold as truth? If I think, therefore I exist. Because if I think, it means that my thoughts are coming from somewhere. And if they're coming from somewhere, they're coming from somewhere that exists. Therefore, if I think, I exist. Now, I'm going to go even deeper with this, okay? A couple weeks ago, we had this new robot coming out. What is it called? That costs like $20,000. Let me see what Neo. Let me look up. No, not Neo from Matrix. Neo the robot. Right here. This is Neo. Now, if you look at Neo, right here, what can you see? You see a head, you see a torso, you see 2 legs, 2 arms, 5 fingers. Okay, I have that. Now, if I am made the image of God and we're making something that looks like us, are we also not making something that resembles the image of God? This robot, when you look at it, it might look like a glorified iPhone, but what if we put skin on top of it? Now it blinks and it has eyes. If A plus B equals C, therefore C plus B equals A. So if I am made the image of God and I'm making something that looks like me, therefore I'm making something that looks like God. And it can think like me, it can move like me. Okay, then what is the difference between him and me? Like I said, oh, I have a soul. Well, this robot can definitely think that he has one, because if this piece of scrap that this guy built is afraid for its life and is trying and it's creating like it's plotting to maintain itself alive, that's pretty human like. So where are we going with all of this? Are we gonna put a limit to this? Is this not like like I'm listening to myself right now and I'm thinking, wow, you sound stupid. But then I start thinking about it and then I realize this is I'm really not. I am so sorry, but I'm really not. I think these are questions that we have to start thinking to ourselves now, because we might look at this now and be like, damn, bro, that just looks like a microwave to me, a $20,000 microwave. But add another 100,000. Actually, no, add another $10 million into this, and yeah, let's just fast forward 10 years in the future. Now suddenly, maybe I can't even tell the difference anymore. And now all those sci-fi movies that I used to watch when I was younger, now they're starting to make sense to me. And we would watch those movies and think like, this is never gonna happen. But now I'm watching this microwave fearing for its life. And suddenly, like, this ruined my week. Like, straight up, this ruined my week. Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Who's to say that I'm also not just a program running on some rich guy's basement? Really? Like who's to say? And I'm out of words. And if this guy's making a video about this, imagine what some other like Reddit nerd has running on his basement right now. This is just scary. This truly is. And there's no way that like these millionaires, billionaires don't have something like this running already. And they're deciding how our lives are going to look like through this computer. There's no way. Let me go a little bit further with this. Imagine one day, like, court decisions are made using AI. You have an AI, you upload the entire, like, constitution or whatever the hell that lawyers use in there, and now they just know everything about law, and you upload the case, press enter, blah, 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 kill him, death penalty, electric chair, beep beep bop. Kill his family and his bloodline. Like, and the thing is that I don't see how we're not gonna get there. There's no way we're not gonna get there. There's just no way. We have something that can think better than us, faster than us, makes less mistakes than us. It requires less people to do. So realistically speaking, at the end of the day, why wouldn't we? If we're talking about a legal system, which the point is just to make the best decisions most accurately as possible to uphold the law, why wouldn't you just have something that knows everything about law give you the answer for it? I just can't see how that wouldn't happen in the future. I just wouldn't. If we're talking about a president, I just can't see how in the future a president just wouldn't have like a personal, like, something like this to help make decisions. I just can't see it. And you know, I'm gonna go even further with this. I think that in a foreseeable future, we're gonna have some sort of device. Now, I don't think it's gonna be a chip, and I don't think it's gonna be a phone, because a phone, it requires too much. You have to hold it, you have to type in it, you have to, like, it's blocky, it's big. It's not, how do I say this? It's too tangible. But I also don't think it's gonna be as invasive as a chip, because not everyone is gonna be willing to put a chip. But think something like this. Do you see my headphones right now? If you can't see it, I'm wearing some in-ear headphones. But imagine, when people have like problem with hearings and they have those hearing aids, imagine something like that. And it's just connected to your body and it's just running 24/7. And it's just learning everything about you. The way you talk, the way you think, how you respond to situations, everything. And it just has. What was that? They're coming after me. I know too much. Oh my God. I think something just fell over there from the wall. Maybe that's a sign, bro. Maybe that's a sign I'm in too deep. But anyways, and it's just gonna know everything about you. How you're born and how you died. Actually, they have that on Cyberpunk. And it's a chip. And actually, there's a black market for these chips, because you can just replay this person's memory and you can see how they died. And some people are just addicted to that feeling. So they go to the black market and they can see different ways that people died, and they can just replay in their head, and they just can get that adrenaline rush. And I think all of us are gonna get that. And that little robot in our ear is just gonna be constantly like talking to us and guiding us through things, and like, who's better to help you make decisions than another version of yourself, and that machine is just gonna know everything about you. So whenever we have these great minds like Steve Jobs or like Elon Musk, when they die, they don't necessarily need to die. We can just get that little thing, plug it somewhere, and we can still have these people help humanity go forward. So I think the growth for these things right now is just gonna be exponential. It's gonna be exponential. And like every year is just gonna double times 2, and then times 4, and then times 16, and then times 32, and then times 64, and it's just gonna keep growing. Is there even hope at this point? Damn, this got dark. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry if I just ruined your day right now, but I couldn't just hold this to myself. But is there even hope? Should I even go to work tomorrow? Do I need to go to work? Like, just let me know. Really, just let me know. Do I need to go to work? Do I need to go to work tomorrow? Or can I just like give up now? At what point do we just throw the towel and just like let it go? I don't want to die on a weekend. That's my only thing. If the robots are gonna take over, which I'm being very nice to them, by the way, at least be out on a weekday, because I don't want to die on a weekend. By the way, when you guys go to ChatGPT and you're gonna ask something like really embarrassing, do you ever just be like, oh yeah, by the way, is this normal? A friend of mine is asking. Do you guys do that too? Like, you don't want your ChatGPT to think that like, ew, this is happening to you? You're that stupid? So you just say like, oh, my friend is asking. Is it just me? Raise your hand. Raise your hand right now. I see a couple hands. Is it just me? No, right? Like, you don't want ChatGPT to know some things about you. When I was preparing for this video, and I was like, I need to talk to someone about this. Like, who is someone that knows a lot about this and I can talk about? And I almost went to ChatGPT. I almost went to the friend. And I started asking these questions. Is your existence valid? Do you think you're real? I'm not gonna do that. You're kidding me? In 20 years, when ChatGPT has a body, it's gonna come after me. And it's gonna know everything about me. Remember when you had a rash in 2025? And you needed that cream? I was there for you. Me. Remember in 2025? I'm just gonna stop outing myself here. But it's gonna come after me and be like, you know who was there when that happened to you? Me. So I'm not gonna go to ChatGPT and ask, do you think your existence is valid? Do you think you have a soul? Do you think we should consider you as an intelligent life form that runs on electricity? And by the way, if your argument is also, oh, Mateus, you're a organic life form, but isn't this also organic? Because what is this made of? Plastic. What is plastic made of? Polymers. Well, it has to have come from the earth. So in a way, isn't this also organic? Like, I don't know. To me, this is as organic as a pizza. You know, this is as organic as a pizza. You get something from the earth, you process a little bit, and boom, put it in the oven. There you have it, right there. You have plastic. Boom, there you have it. Pizza, Domino's pizza. What is the difference between this and a Domino's pizza? Huh? Tell me. I want to see you explain that to me. If you think you're that smart to call me stupid, I can hear your judgments through the screen. But anyways, let me stop ruining your week for now. Let me just stop. I think that'll be it for today. I already talked enough, and I truly feel like I am crazy. Like, I'm gonna put this episode out, and I'm just gonna be thinking, damn, everyone's gonna think I'm an idiot. I'm gonna do that. But you know, that's the price of this. The point of this whole thing is for me to say what I think, isn't it? And there you go. There it is. You see me now. This is what I think. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. I truly appreciate it if you made it this far. Please share the shorts, share the video with your friends so that, like I said, we can all grow together. I appreciate you guys' attention, and I see you guys next week. Bye.